Chosen one, if these words have reached you, understand, this is no accident. You've been marked, called, summoned by divine authority. The time is now. Heaven is aligning events, moments, and paths, all pointing to this very hour. You are being moved, pushed toward your destiny, and hesitation is not an option. This is your divine intersection, and it's far more than coincidence. This is your moment to act. God is placing you with precision, at the right place, at the right time, for transformation that will alter your entire future. But the clock is ticking. The instructions are clear. Move swiftly. Step into the spaces where breakthrough lives. Step into the assignments that carry your elevation. This is a call not only to believe, but to obey. Delay, and the window may close. This isn't just a test of faith, it's an invitation to your divine upgrade. Everything you've longed for, every vision you've prayed for, is waiting, but it's not waiting forever. Your destiny is located in divine timing and sacred obedience. This is not just a mindset shift, it is a spiritual alignment that is happening now. And the key, you must show up on time. Your obedience will unlock your transformation. Get ready. Miracles are coming, not slowly, but at a pace that will overwhelm your understanding. This is your season of radical breakthrough. But before we dive deeper into this sacred calling, take a moment, tap the like button, declare your readiness, and subscribe. Become part of a chosen community rising together toward purpose. Drop the number 99 in the comment. It's more than a number. It's your signal to the universe that you're aligned, in position, and ready. If you're truly chosen, you won't click away. You'll stay until the end because your spirit already knows this message is yours. It was sent directly to your soul. Your rise begins now, and only you can say yes to the call. The locations have been prepared. The breakthrough is already waiting. The time is short. Maybe you've been holding out, waiting for the perfect sign. Let this be it. That nudge in your spirit, that burning in your chest, that's confirmation. The whisper has become a shout. Now is the time to move in faith, not fear. The window is narrow, and if you wait too long, it may disappear before you ever realize it. This divine assignment isn't for the distracted or the doubtful. It's for those who can hear the voice of God louder than the noise of the world. Many will miss it, paralyzed by comfort, buried in excuses, afraid to let go of the ordinary. But not you. You are chosen, and this is your moment to rise. You are being called to something greater. This isn't just a coincidence. It's your divine moment, handpicked by God Himself. You have been chosen to receive this blessing, but time is not on your side. There is urgency in the air, and you must answer this call with boldness. The season for hesitation is over. God is not asking you to wait for perfect circumstance. He is telling you clearly, move now. The door has been opened, the invitation extended, but only you can choose to walk through it. Every second you delay, you drift further from the breakthrough that's already waiting on the other side. This is not a casual suggestion. It's not a motivational idea or an emotional push. It is a command, a divine instruction spoken over your life, meant to guide you into alignment, transformation, and victory. Too often, we treat God's voice like an option, something to consider when it feels convenient. But this moment is different. This is a call to immediate action. Heaven is aligning something powerful for you, and it won't wait. Your elevation, your breakthrough, and your divine assignment are tied to this very moment. When God speaks, He doesn't just offer advice, He gives direction. And with that direction comes power. You may not understand the full plan, and that's okay. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting the one who does. His ways are higher. His timing is flawless. And even when the road looks uncertain, His purpose for you is secure. If you step forward now, doors you've never even imagined will begin to open. But you must obey, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it doesn't make sense. Because obedience is the bridge between where you are and where you're destined to be. Ask yourself, do you trust God enough to move without a full explanation? Because this isn't just an opportunity, it's a life-altering instruction. There are moments when heaven pauses and destiny calls out your name. This is one of those moments. Can you feel it? That weight in your spirit, that quiet pull in your heart. That's God calling you, specifically, uniquely, and divinely you. But don't think this moment will last forever. The opportunity before you is sacred and fleeting. The window is narrowing. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to return to this exact place in your spiritual journey. What's waiting ahead is beyond what your mind can grasp, but it requires one thing from you: action. Not tomorrow, not when it feels easier. Imagine standing exactly where you're meant to be. Imagine realizing that everything you've been through, the struggle, the heartbreak, the growth, it was all preparing you for this. You didn't stumble here by accident. You've been led. And now you must decide, will you step into your purpose, or will you let it pass you by? Because make no mistake, God's timing is perfect, but it's not infinite. His mercy is wide, but moments like this are rare. If you delay too long, the moment may slip through your fingers, never to return in the same form. So the question is no longer what if, it's will you? Will you act now, or will you wait for a future that may never arrive? The time to answer is now, before this sacred moment slips through your hand. You may be wondering why God is calling you to step into places of different faith: the mosque, the church, the synagogue. Isn't God tied to one religion? The answer is no. God is not limited by human-made boundary. He is not confined to a denomination, a doctrine, or a label. He is the creator of all things, and his presence cannot be caged by walls or ritual. His reach is infinite, his love universal. When God calls you to these places, he isn't asking you to convert, he's asking you to connect. These are not just buildings, they are spaces soaked in generations of prayers, devotion, and divine energy. It's not about religion, it's about alignment. It's about your heart. When you walk into these sacred places with openness and sincerity, you'll experience his presence in ways you've never imagined. God is inviting you into something deeper, a relationship that transcends tradition. He is stretching you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, so you can break through the limitations that have held you back. This calling is about stepping beyond what's familiar. It's about letting go of fear, of comfort, of delay, and stepping into divine alignment. You may tell yourself there's time, that you'll get to it later, that change can wait. But the truth is, time is not your ally. The clock is ticking, and every moment you hesitate is a moment lost forever. This divine opportunity isn't something to schedule for next month or next year. The moment is now, and you're closer to running out of time than you realize. Life moves faster than we expect. Seasons change without warning. Don't let this sacred window pass you by simply because you're waiting for things to feel perfect. The universe, God himself, is offering you the chance of a lifetime right now. But if you don't act swiftly, this door may close, and it may never open in the same way again. Don't let fear speak louder than faith. Don't let doubt silence destiny. Time waits for no one, and neither will this blessing. You may think you have time to figure everything out, to map your journey step by step, but God's timing is not tied to your calendar. It is tied to obedience. He's not asking you for perfection. He's asking for trust. If you truly want the transformation, the elevation, the breakthrough you've been praying for, then you must act while time is still on your side. Transformation doesn't come from simply wanting it. It comes from moving in faith. It comes from action. It comes from obedience. Desire alone cannot shift your life. Obedience can. And the breakthrough you're waiting for? It's waiting for you too, but it's on the other side of your willingness to surrender, to obey, to act. Even when it's uncomfortable, even when you don't understand at all. This is not just a moment of opportunity. It's a test of faith, and your response will shape the course of everything that follows. Not tomorrow, not next week. This moment is not meant to be postponed. Obedience is the key that unlocks the doors to divine blessing. Throughout Scripture, we see this truth echoed in the lives of those who walked before us. Abraham, Moses, David. None of them had the full picture. None of them knew exactly how things would unfold, but they obeyed, and because of their obedience, their life and the world were forever changed. Now, it's your turn. Your obedience is not a small act. It is the spark that activates heaven's power in your life. The longer you hesitate, the more delayed your breakthrough becomes. God has already prepared the door. It's ready to open, but it will only swing wide when you choose to move. His timing is perfect, but your response will determine how quickly transformation unfolds. So take the step. Take it today. Your future self will rise in gratitude for the courage you showed right now. God is calling you to visit 4 sacred places: the mosque, the church, the synagogue, and the temple. Each space is filled with spiritual resonance, not because of human ritual, but because of the generations of souls who have sought divine presence there. These places are not about religion. They are about alignment. They are gateways to divine energy, spiritual clarity, and the next level of your purpose. You may feel hesitation, especially if these spaces are unfamiliar. But understand this: God's plan is not confined to your understanding. His design is greater than your comfort zone. These places were not randomly chosen. They are part of a divine blueprint crafted to awaken your spirit, raise your vibration, and align you with His purpose. Don't let unfamiliarity become a barrier. Instead, let faith become your guide. Step into each place with humility, with stillness, with an open heart. When you enter, leave your doubts and distractions at the door. This is not a time for performance or pretense. It is a time for transformation. Sit, breathe, align. Let go of the noise and listen to the whisper of God inside your spirit. Focus not on the architecture or the rituals, but on your heart's cry, the one desire you've been carrying, the one breakthrough you've been waiting for. Let's begin with the first destination, the mosque. Perhaps this feels unfamiliar. Perhaps you wonder, why here? But remember, God is not limited by walls, cultures, or expectation. The mosque is a sacred space infused with the energy of countless prayers, fasting, surrender, and deep devotion. You are not being called to imitate tradition. You're being called to experience presence. When you enter, you're not there to follow a script. You're there to sit in silence, to close your eyes, and to center your soul. Forget what others might think. Don't carry the weight of judgment or confusion. You're not there to perform. You're there to align. In that silence, pour your heart out to God, not in words, but in intention. Feel the energy of centuries of devotion and let it elevate your spirit. Breathe in the stillness. Let your desires rise to the surface and believe that in that holy silence, something sacred is shifting in your favor. You're not just walking into a building. You're stepping into a moment where heaven and earth meet. And when you walk out, you will not be the same. In this very moment, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Not by coincidence, not by chance, but by divine design. This is not about rituals or tradition. It's about alignment. Alignment with God's will for your life. The mosque, as your first sacred stop, is more than a structure. It is the doorway to inner recalibration. As you sit in silence within its walls, you will feel something shift. The energy in this space will begin to stir something within you, cleansing, centering, preparing. This is the beginning of your breakthrough. It's your first step toward rising into the version of yourself God has always seen. Next, you are being called to the church. For many, the connection to the church has faded. Life got busy. Wounds were left unhealed. Faith got buried under routine or pain. But today, something sacred is calling you back, not to religion, but to resurrection. The church is a space heavy with faith, flooded with prayer, and wrapped in the promise of new beginning. It holds within it centuries of souls who cried out to God and were met with grace, healing, and restoration. When you enter, Don't just pray. Manifest. Visualize the life you know is possible. Picture your body healed, your finances multiplied, your spirit whole. See yourself walking in joy, in purpose, in divine clarity. This is not the time for timid prayer. This is the moment for bold declaration. Speak life over yourself, even in silence, because the church, at its core, carries the vibration of rebirth. You won't leave the way you entered. As you sit in that sacred energy, transformation will begin quietly, powerfully, deeply. Let the church remind you that with God, absolutely nothing is impossible. Bring your burden, lay them down, bring your dreams, speak them into being. Trust that in this space, as you align your will with His, heaven is listening and moving on your behalf. It's critical to remember, this journey has never been about religion. It's about alignment. The mosque, the church, the synagogue, and the temple are vessels, each holding a specific frequency of divine energy. God is not confined by walls or limited by doctrine. He is the creator of all things, and His presence flows through every sacred space where hearts are open and intentions are pure. You're not being asked to follow rules or ritual. You're being invited to connect with the source that made you, the force that sustains you, and the love that calls you higher. Each place you visit is an opportunity to recalibrate your mind, purify your heart, and align your spirit with God's perfect timing. Don't let fear or judgment rob you of this sacred experience. This is your journey. This is your transformation, and only you can walk it. Now, your path leads you to the synagogue. For centuries, the Jewish people have gathered in these spaces to seek God's wisdom, to cry out for strength, and to stand in covenant. The synagogue carries an ancient power, deep reverence, historical resilience, and unwavering faith. When you step inside, you are stepping into the prayers of generations. There is a unique spiritual depth here, one that brings clarity to the mind and stillness to the soul. This space calls you not only to reflect, but to receive. Sit with quiet humility. Let the sacred atmosphere wrap around you. As you align with the divine frequency within these walls, you will sense the whispers of divine wisdom guiding your thoughts, healing old wounds, and resetting your inner compass. The energy here is not loud. It's precise, deliberate, powerful in its stillness. It teaches you to listen with your soul, not your ear. Don't overthink the setting. Don't question why this place. Just be open, be present, be willing. Because here, too, God is waiting. The synagogue is a place of sacred tradition, of community prayer and unwavering dedication. But in this moment, God is calling you to step into this space, not just as an observer, but as someone who carries a divine hunger. A hunger not for religion, but for relationship. A deep yearning for connection that goes beyond formality. And it is that hunger, that soul-deep longing, that will shift everything. When you walk into the synagogue, don't just sit quietly out of obligation. Let your heart cry out. Speak to God, not with rehearsed word, but with the raw, honest voice of your spirit. Pour out your desire. Declare your need for breakthrough. Speak your hopes, your fears, your dream. This is not a passive moment. It is an active declaration. A moment where your soul speaks louder than your circumstance. A moment where heaven leans in to listen. As you sit in this sacred place, allow the ancient energy of faith and devotion to meet your cry. Let the centuries of prayer that echo through its walls hold your heart and strengthen your spirit. This is a turning point, a space where you make it known, not just to yourself, but to the heavens, that you are ready. Ready for transformation. Ready for alignment. Ready for a breakthrough only God can bring. Each of the sacred places you've been called to, the mosque, the church, the synagogue, and soon, the temple, they're more than places. They are powerfully charged spiritual vessels. They hold the tears, the worship, the surrender of generation. They are repositories of divine energy, soaked in faith and sanctified by time. And now, You have been invited to step into their current, to receive what's been prepared for you. These spaces are not about religion. They are about realignment. When you enter with pure intention, without ego, without fear, you will feel the shift. The air itself changes. The atmosphere bends toward your openness. You may not fully grasp what's happening, but your soul will. Quietly, without fanfare, the transformation begins. A recalibration of your spirit, a new alignment with heaven's frequency. The energy in these places is not ornamental, it is a catalyst. It ignites what's been dormant. It awakens your purpose. It clears the fog and reveals the path. And as you align with it, the universe itself seems to respond. Things begin to move. Doors open. Obstacles weaken. You are no longer walking in circles. You're moving forward in divine rhythm. Do not underestimate the power of what you're stepping into. These are not mere buildings. They are bridges between heaven and earth, between who you were and who you are becoming. They are the conduits through which God will release blessing, clarity, and favor into your life. And when you go, you need not bring anything material. No offering, no object, no performance. Just your purest intention, your surrendered heart, and your unwavering desire to connect with the one who formed you. Leave the distractions behind, the doubt, the fear, the noise. None of it belongs in this moment. All that matters is your willingness to show up completely, heart exposed, spirit ready. Because when you enter these sacred places with nothing but your hunger and faith, God shows up with everything else. This journey is not about what you can give to God, it's about what you're willing to receive. He already knows the desires of your heart before you whisper a word. And when you come before Him in these sacred spaces, stripped of distractions and offering, carrying nothing but your faith and desire, He will meet you exactly where you are. He will see your hunger. He will feel your surrender. And most of all, He will honor your obedience. You're not being asked to be perfect. You're not being asked to impress God with flawless prayers or grand gestures. You're being asked to bring one thing: faith. Faith that He hears you. Faith that He's guiding you. Faith that your breakthrough is already in motion. So leave behind the clutter of the world. Quiet your mind. Center your heart and focus only on the transformation you long for. Because with that purity of intention, God's energy will begin to move through you, cleansing, realigning, and preparing you for the miracle ahead. What you are doing right now, stepping into these sacred places, surrendering everything but your heart, is no small act. In the spiritual realm, it's a roar, a declaration that will shake both heaven and earth. You are making a bold, unseen announcement. I am ready to ride. And God sees it. He sees the courage trembling beneath your skin, the fire flickering in your soul, the whisper of hope still alive inside you. He will not ignore it. He will respond with a force so divine, so undeniable, that it will cause your breakthrough to manifest in ways you never imagined. Doors that were locked will swing open without effort. Chains that bound you will fall without struggle. And where there was once delay, there will be divine acceleration. You won't just feel change, you'll witness it, and so will everyone around you. Because the impact of your obedience won't stop with you. As you rise, the world around you will rise too. Your transformation will ripple outward, reaching those who doubted you, those who laughed at your dream, even those closest to you who quietly never believed in your potential. Your breakthrough will become evident, and your life will speak louder than any argument ever could. This is more than a new chapter. This is your divine destiny unfolding in real time, a destiny that will redefine everything. You are not here by accident. You are not following a path of coincidence. You are walking in purpose. The opinions of others, their doubts, their judgments, their questions, none of that matters anymore, because this path wasn't given to them. It was given to you. And right now, God is asking you to tune out the noise, to stop explaining yourself, to stop shrinking your light just to make others comfortable. This journey is not about their understanding. It's about your alignment, and your Creator is calling you into something far greater than their opinions can contain. You have been chosen, not by people, not by circumstances, but by the divine hand of God. And this calling, This sacred assignment is a trust between you and the one who made you. So don't slow down. Don't look back. Don't let fear whisper louder than faith, because God is moving, and so must you. God has already gone before you. The path you're walking is not uncharted, it's divinely prepared. His approval is the only one that matters, and His favor is already resting on your journey. The time for second-guessing is over. No more looking back. No more hesitation. Step forward now, in unwavering faith, letting your belief in God's plan be your compass. Because what lies ahead is not just change, it's transformation. And not just any transformation. It will be so profound, so undeniable, that no one will be able to question your journey. The rise you are about to experience will be visible. It will be public. It will silence every whisper of doubt that once surrounded your name. Those who mocked your dreams, who questioned your worth, who thought your prayers were in vain, they will stand in awe, because what God is about to do in your life will leave no room for doubt. This isn't just a slight improvement. This is a divine breakthrough. The impossible will become your reality. Your life will become living proof that with God, all things are possible. And your testimony, your visible transformation, will be a light in the darkness for those who had lost faith. You will not have to prove yourself to anyone. Your life will be your evidence. Your success, your peace, your joy, it will all testify on your behalf. What you are stepping into is not an ordinary journey. It's a divine assignment, one that shakes both heaven and earth. Every act of obedience you take activates spiritual forces in your favor. Every step forward in faith causes alignment in realms you cannot see. The desires of your heart, the prayers of those who love you, and the presence of the divine will collide into a force that no human or spiritual opposition can resist. This journey isn't just for you, it's for the world around you. As you rise, a ripple effect will occur, transforming those connected to your life, awakening hope in dry places, and shifting atmospheres with the power of your testimony. Heaven is backing you. Angels are aligning on your behalf. The forces of good are surrounding your destiny and lifting you higher than you've ever been before. Yes, doubt is powerful. It clouds vision, stifles action, and breeds delay. But what's coming will cut through all of it. Your breakthrough will be so overwhelming, so undeniable, that even your strongest critics will fall silent. The blessings unfolding in your life will speak louder than any defense. You won't have to argue. You won't have to explain. Your transformation will do all the talking. Those who once scoffed at your faith will see the undeniable fruit of your obedience. The blessing, the peace, the elevation, the presence of God surrounding you, and they'll know it was never luck. It was never coincidence. It was God all along. You've been stuck. You've been circling the same mountain for far too long. But that season ends now, because God is about to move, and so are you. God is rewriting your status. The labels they gave you, the limitations they placed on you, none of it will define you any longer. That old version of you, it no longer applies. This is the moment of divine transformation, a supernatural shift that will carry you into new realms, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and socially. You are not who they said you were. You never were. And now, God is placing you where only His voice determines your worth. The world is about to see what heaven has always known about you. You are chosen. Get ready for a promotion that doesn't come from people, platforms, or popularity. It comes from God alone. This is not about recognition. This is about elevation. Divine elevation. A placement so intentional, so precise, that no one will be able to deny the greatness He has planted inside of you. Your rise will be a living testimony, a banner of God's faithfulness, grace, and unstoppable power. Understand this: the journey you're on is not random. It's not accidental. This is a divine assignment. You were called to something far greater than comfort or applause. You were called to impact. Your faith is the fuel, but your assignment is the engine driving you forward. Every step you take is aligning with God's larger plan, crafted for you before time began. You're not just being transformed, you're becoming a catalyst. Your rise will spark the rise of others. Your journey will awaken destinies around you, because your purpose is not just personal, it's generational. Embrace it, walk in it. This calling isn't small, and neither is the legacy it will leave behind. The impact of your obedience will echo long after this season ends. Yes, you've faced ridicule. You've endured the sneers, the mockery, the people who called your vision too big, your dreams too unrealistic. They laughed, but what they didn't know was this: your story was never theirs to understand. It was between you and God. And now, the laughter will cease. Their doubt will dissolve into awe as they witness your undeniable rise. You won't have to defend your dream. They will watch them manifest before their very eyes. The same mouths that once questioned you will be left speechless, unable to deny what God is doing in your life. The step you're about to take, it's not ordinary, it's earth-shaking, the kind of transformation that unfolds in real time, in front of witnesses who never believed it was possible. It will be visible, it will be radical, and it will turn head. What's coming is not subtle. It's a supernatural elevation, one that will challenge everything people thought they knew about you, one that will shift atmospheres and break generational barriers. You are entering a season of divine momentum, and once you step into it, everything will change. Your life will no longer be just a story of struggle. It will be a story of victory, of purpose, of destiny fulfilled. The world will see it, the doubters will witness it, and heaven will rejoice. Because when God decides to elevate you, nothing and no one can stop it. You are about to walk in a way that will cause people to question everything they thought was impossible. Your life is about to become living proof that miracles still happen. What God is doing in you will leave a permanent mark on this world, a mark that shocks, inspires, and awakens the hearts of those who witness your rise. But true transformation demands one thing: the death of the old, the person you once were, the thoughts that limited you, the fears that silenced you, the patterns that kept you small. All of it must go, like a seed that must break open to reveal the tree within. The old you must die so the real you can emerge. This isn't just change, it's rebirth. The version of you that God is calling forth is stronger, bolder, wiser, and completely aligned with His divine assignment. And while the process may feel uncomfortable, even painful, it's sacred. Trust it. The old you was never meant to last. You were never meant to stay in that limited space. What's being born in you now is powerful. It's purposeful, and it's fully equipped to handle the blessings, challenges, and responsibilities that your destiny demands. What you're stepping into is a divine strategy, a move of God designed to elevate you beyond human understanding. It won't make sense to everyone, and it's not supposed to. Some will question you. Others may try to dissuade you. But this path was not given to them. It was entrusted to you. Not everyone is meant to understand your calling, and that's okay. You weren't called to be understood. You were called to be obedient. There will be moments when the crowd doesn't clap, when support is silent, when your path feels lonely. But don't let that shake you. When God is moving in your life, His plans are often invisible to others. Your spirit knows the truth. You've heard the call. Now is the time to trust in His voice more than the noise around you. This move is between you and God, and that's all that matters. But know this: every moment of hesitation comes at a cost. The doors are open, the instructions are clear, and each second you delay, you risk missing what heaven is trying to release into your life. God's timing is perfect, but your obedience is the key that unlocks the breakthrough. Delay is not caution, it is disobedience disguised as hesitation. Don't let fear rob you of your future. The time to act is now. The opportunity before you is sacred, and it won't wait forever. You've prayed for this, you've cried for this, and now the breakthrough is here. You must step forward in faith and claim it. Let go of the fear. Silence the doubt. Take the step. Because your destiny is no longer a distant dream. It's a present reality waiting for your arrival. You are about to become the living testimony that God still moves, that favor is real, and that transformation is possible. Your life will echo one truth: miracles still happen.